Hello, I'm Keith Armour. I'm the Education and Homework Support Manager down here at the main library in the Adult Learning Center. Today's Lunch and Learn, we're going to do the second part of Creativebug because Creativebug is such a huge website with wonderful ideas, especially if you're a crafter, if you're into art, wonderful videos. We're going to get right into that right away. But I'm going to show you a few things that are happening around our library system at the same time. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. All right, we have arrived at our wonderful website, cincinnatilibrary.org. We're going to check this out real quick. There's a couple of things I want to check out real quick before we dive into Creativebug, and it's this one. This Thursday, tonight, is actually our family time with Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Libraries, and it is for CPS, but you can join in the fun as well. You can register for free on our events page, and there's going to be there's some nice preview tips for early literacy, but this is anyone with a family that has a pre-K child all the way up to third grade. So if you can gather the family around, it's going to happen from 8:30 to 7:15 tonight, and all you have to do is go to our registration page right here, and you'll see that here is the information, a login, follow the link to Blue Jeans, and then there's the meeting code. So go ahead and check that out. It'll be very fun to do. I also want to point out one more thing. Well, I'm going to point out a few more things before we get to Creativebug. But don't forget our free mailbox. Boxes arrive every Monday at these locations right here. And any child and parents and caregivers can pick them up for the child. And it is 7 meals and 7 snacks. And you can pick those up between 3 and 5 at these locations here. All right, we are going to jump into the events page real fast as well, because there's so many things that are happening. Look at this. I put in the calendar for this coming Saturday and on, and there's 677 events that are coming up. But we want to fine tune this just a little bit, even though that sounds fun. It says outdoor family fun with messy science. That's at North Central. But we're going to focus on arts and culture, and then we're going to do crafts and DIY, do it yourself. And you'll notice there's a whole bunch of things that are happening starting on Saturday. Get Crafty for Adults, that's at Pleasant Ridge. This one's sadly full. All those people that are great logging in and checking out Green Hills, they're doing outdoor paint pouring. But you've got Madisonville, they've got the Great Pumpkin Trail. That's going to happen on Monday. You've got a leaf bookmarks happening in St. Bernard. And then, of course, you have these wonderful things that are happening here. You've got some outdoor crafts at Sharonville. And you've got outdoor mini whimsical art houses at Wyoming. And I could keep going on and on. There's actually 62 that are just focused on arts and culture and crafts and DIY. I'm going to put one more plug in before we head to Creativebug, and that is a class that's happening in our virtual class for the Adult Learning Center, and that is Make, Do, and Mend. If you're watching Creativebug Part 2, then this one is probably definitely up your alley. And it's going to be 3 sessions, and it's from 2 to 3:30, and you can sign up right here by clicking on the series. It opens up, you put your first name, your last name, your email, and then you can register up to 2 people, so you could register with a friend. This is going to be through Zoom, so we'll give you the virtual link to the virtual class before it begins. So check that out, and please attend. That would be wonderful. I'm going to go back to the main page, and we're going to go to Research Databases. And then we're going to go over here to online courses. There's 2 different ways you can find Creativebug. Creativebug is right here. And then I'm going to go back one, and I'm going to go under View All. research databases, and right here under DIY, we click there, and there's Creativebug as well. So there's two different ways that you can get to Creativebug. Actually, I lied. There's three different ways. You can come up here, change this to website, and type in Creativebug. That's an even faster way. But we're going to go right here to Creativebug, and it does have over a thousand video classes here. Now, I've already logged in prior to doing the Facebook Live. So I've already logged in, but here you would usually see where you put your library card number and your PIN. Remember, if you don't have a library card, just call us at 369-6900, and a wonderful librarian will get you a library card so you can use this great resource. On this page, there's always something up here. There's find some projects for every occasion. You can how to mend clothing, just like our class that we're doing, and then of course pattern drafting, and all of these are here as well. So you can always check those out, and they change this page periodically as well. So keep that in mind. We're going to say click latest classes here. Now, last week, part 1 of Creativebug, we went over daily practice. We went over CBTV, which is Creativebug television, and it has all sorts of different things where you can meet the instructors, class collections. There's a whole pattern library if you're doing some kind of quilting or crocheting, inspirational feeds, and then, of course, a calendar where they update new classes all the time on the calendar. And it's timely as well. And then today we're actually going to go over the bulk of the classes. Now, if I just click on classes, it'll open up to the entire thing. And each time I keep scrolling down, you'll see the little wheel here, and then it will populate more classes as I wait for it to wheel in there. There we go. All right. So there's more and more classes that are here, but we're going to try to fine tune them a little bit. We're going to go to all the different categories. So here we have art and design, sewing, quilting, paper, knitting, crocheting, food and home, jewelry, holiday and party, and kids. And each time I scroll over them, you'll see some other drop-down menus that happen. Okay, so we're going to just art and design. If I click here, you'll see that art and design has 322 classes. That is a lot to let load in as we keep moving down. So that's a lot. So we want to go back up here to art and design, and let's look at craft and technology. So if I look at craft and technology, you'll see there's 51 classes. And remember, each time you look on one of these, it's going to tell you how long it would take you. So it would take you 15 minutes to actually do this craft. It would take you an hour and 38 minutes to do this craft from start to finish. So if you have a lot of time, then you might want to choose this one. If you have a short amount of time, you might want to choose this one that's right over here for 15 minutes. You can also see the star rating and also a picture of the instructor. If I click on the instructor, you're going to see the instructor. So there's Jamie Hudson, and read about him. All right, we're going to go back. Now let's go to art and design, but we're going to go down to mixed media. If I go to mixed media, you'll see, let's pick something that's speaking to me right now. Let's go to Lisa right here. Do you want to be a professional artist? A 15-day guide to professional practices. And remember, there's a description. This is for advanced. I definitely am not going to be a professional artist. You probably will, but definitely not me. I'm a little challenged in the art realm. But here it talks about the description of the program, and you'll learn how to do these type of things, and then what you'll get, okay? And then you can just download the important papers from this class. This is professional practice. And here's 79 pages. This is a huge one. But it's going to tell you all of the things that you would need to be a professional artist, especially if you're starting a business, a side business on Etsy. This would be a great tool right there. And then remember, once I get over to chapters, you'll notice that it gives me each day I'm going to do something, and then it also tells me the time of the class, how long the class is. So how to, business of art, public relations, pricing and selling. I think that's probably the hardest thing for people to do, is to try to price and sell their items that they make. And then of course there's gallery, there's discussion. You can even make notes, because remember, I've logged in under my library card account, so I could make a note about this. I could add it to my watch list. And of course, here's that download right as well. So maybe I'm just trying to peruse different classes. I'm like, I think I'll add that to my watch list. So we added that to my watch list. So if I come up here and go over here, let's go to for beginners, and we're under art and design. I click for beginners, and that would be me. There would be 99 classes for art and design for beginners. If I go under sewing, there's one for beginners as well. Click on sewing for beginners, and there's 67 classes. Quilting for beginners, 23 classes. Paper for beginners, 60 classes. And knitting. Oh, I did not say knitting for beginners. Let me click beginners. 67 classes for knitting for beginners. And crocheting for beginners. Here's crocheting, 27 classes for that. Food and home does not have anything under beginners. It does have multi-part classes and quick classes. We'll talk about those two in just a moment. Here's jewelry for beginners. And once again, there's 10 classes. You're going to see what type of item you're going to make. And like this one with Nicole, it's a shrinky dink jewelry. And it's going to tell you exactly the materials. If I click right here, these are the materials that I would need. And you could find any of those materials like at your local Michael's, or maybe even Target or Walmart, or even, of course, you can order everything on Amazon as well. So if I come back up here to classes and go to party and holiday and party, there's no classes for beginners for holiday and party, but we're going to go to quick classes under holiday and party. And once again, even though this one says 2 hours and 52 minutes, this has 25 crafts. Okay, so if I click on here, and these are 25 crafts for the holiday season coming up, and you'll see all the chapters and all the different ones that are here. So there's a whole bunch on here for that one. Okay. So let's come back up to here and let's go to kids. I think we're already at kids, but they divide the kids up. There's a total of 98 classes just for kids, but maybe you want to filter it a little bit different. You could come over here to this filtering system, but it's just going to give you the big category, and then it's going to give you the class type, and then you could even filter it by instructor. So if you like Jamie Hudson, you're not in luck. He only has one class, but there's other people that have many more classes up here as well. But the best way to filter the classes, I think, is coming up to the kids here. And then look, do I have a 5-year-old and up? Do I have an 8-year-old? Do I just want to focus on crafts? Do I want to do drawing and painting or holiday and party? So I'm going to go to ages 5 and up, and I filtered it. There's 22 different classes here. Let's do an all-time favorite, 10 minutes to make galaxy slime. And once again, there's a video, and I could show you the video.
Hi there, I'm Faith Hale. I'm a crafting professional and I love outer space crafts. I particularly love making slime. We're going to make some galaxy slime, and what makes this galaxy slime is some special add-ins, some interesting pigments. We're going to mix a bunch of colors together. It's super.
Now that looks like a lot of fun. I've made slime with kids, and it is really, really fun. Not only for the kids, but for also the adults that are involved in it. And this one's really easy. It's only 10 minutes. She's going to go over the materials that you would need, and then, of course, show you a video. So you can do that. You could watch the video, and you could amaze your children and put it together without the video playing in the background. Once again, I could come over here to materials. And very simple. You really don't need a lot of special stuff to make slime. And all of this is pretty cheap as well. So I just think this is a great one. And this is good for anyone 5 and up. Okay. So there's 22 classes for that right there. Okay, we're running short of time, so I want to come back over to kids. And there are some other ones on here. Let's go to holiday and party for kids. I think during this whole crazy time that we're living in right now, I'm trying to keep kids active and trying to keep them a little bit on the creative side and away from devices as much as we can. Creativebug, I think, really jumps in for us. So if you're looking for Halloween decor right here, you can make some little love bugs. It doesn't just have to be for Valentine's Day. There's all sorts of different crafts that you can do that will help. Here's a last minute holiday costume, felt beards. That's pretty funny. I do like that one. I apologize for laughing about that one, but he looks pretty good in a beard, and it even has a bird that has actually landed in his beard. All right, if I come up here to classes, and let's just go ahead and type in Halloween, and you'll notice there's a whole bunch here that jumps up, but we're just going to click Halloween, and there's 63 results for Halloween. And I know you're thinking, well, that doesn't look like 63. If I load more here, more of them will load in. And there's the young man with the beard and with the bird. Here's spooky cupcake toppers. Click right here. And there's all sorts of different cupcake toppers I can use. And this one's a pretty easy little video talking about the ways that you could do that. All sorts of different fun things that you could do. There was one that I thought was really cool. Let me go here to holiday party, and I could have swore I saw it. I'm going to type in, let's go to Halloween here under Heart Party and Valid. There we go. So this one, how to make a candy filigree. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's to make these little spiders, spider webs that would be great on top of cupcakes. Once again, this is for beginners. It's 9 minutes long. It tells you what you're going to learn how to do, and then it gives you the chapters, very short, an overview of 43 seconds, and then how to actually make them it takes about 8 minutes to do that. Talks about the materials that you would need. You would need some black candy melts, and you can buy those. I definitely know that you can buy those at Michael's. And then, of course, you can download the whole thing too. So if I download the class PDF, I can click here, and it's 8 pages long. And there's leaves, there's letters, there's, of course, snowflakes. But there's the webs. And so there's the pattern that you would need to actually be able to make those so then they stand up like that. And that's really cool. So I hope that you check out Creativebug. There's just so many classes and things to look at. Let's type in the word Thanksgiving and see what's coming up. And you could create all sorts of different, here's flower arranging to make a nice table. And here's chapters. So you can really be very fancy with your flower decorating. If I go back one, I can make some velvet pumpkins, but there's 43 activities here. Let's just click on a little bit more. Oh, there's that leaf pattern we were just talking about. You could knit a mug cozy. Let's click on that. Well, isn't that cute? All right, so there's a knitting class, and you can download the pattern. Download that. And it tells you what you need and how you do it. There's one more thing I want to show because I think what's really cool, if you come up here to classes, and let's say we're going to go to crocheting, okay? Right down here under beginners, there's multi-part classes where you're going to do piece by piece, putting things together. There's quick classes, and these classes are only going to last, they're very, very short. There's 22 minutes. But if I go under crocheting again and go under techniques, so if I click on techniques, they're going to show me how to use glue to help me working with the fibers. It's going to help me reading a crocheting pattern because obviously I have no clue on how to read a pattern. And it's even going to show me some different stitches that I can make. And you can find that under almost any one of these. We put under art and design, there's techniques right here for art and design. And for sewing and for quilting, there's techniques that will really help you out to try to figure out how to do these things. It's kind of like when someone shows you a shortcut on your computer, on your phone. It just makes the world of difference. And these technique classes are just really cool because you can really focus in on a particular technique that you want to focus on to make it better. But check out all of these different things, especially if you have kids in your house and you need to keep them creative and away from their devices once in a while. They've got so many things for kids, and I just really, I hope that you use Creativebug. Let me show you one more time how to get to Creativebug. I'm going to go to Public Library. I'm going to go to Research Databases. I'm going to go to Online Courses, and there's Creativebug. Okay, so let me click out and we'll go from there. All right, I hope that you check out Creativebug. Lots and lots of different classes. If you are creative, this is a way to really channel that creativity even more with some wonderful instructors. And of course, if you know someone that's creative or artsy, this is something that you could recommend for them as well. Just need a library card and pen and you're set. Also, if you're not as crafty and you need some real hands-on assistance, we've got Get Crafty for Adults at Pleasant Ridge this Saturday. The Great Pumpkin Trail starts at Madisonville on Monday. Check that out. Outdoor Make and Take leaf bookmarks at St. Bernard, and at Wyoming, outdoor mini whimsical art houses. Check those out. If you're looking for something that's on Zoom, the Adult Learning Center class, of course, for make, do, and mend, so you can mend your things and do a little sewing. That Zoom class is open up for registration for November 3rd. And then tonight is our family literacy night, and you just have to log in at 6:30 tonight. There'll be songs, there'll be a little bit of movement, and then of course some story time too, and that is to help families who has a pre-K all the way up to a third grader. Give you some good ideas, and also it is for the child as well, so check those out. I put up this really subtle reminder that if you do know a child that is in need, that is going hungry, we are providing meals that are all in a box. They're self-contained. It's 7 meals for the week and also 7 snacks to go along with it. And a parent or child care provider can show up and get those meals for that particular child. I am going to read off real quickly just to remind you that it's happening downtown at the main library here: Avondale, Bond Hill, Coreyville, Elmwood Place, Groesbeck, Madisonville, Mount Healthy, North Central, North Side, Norwood, Pleasant Ridge, Reading, St. Bernard, Walnut Hills, West End, and Westwood. Check those out every Monday from 3 to 5. Parents and caregivers can pick up those meals for their children. Check those out. We're doing a lot here at the library helping out the community. And don't forget, next week's Lunch and Learn, we are going to do, say this a lot, one of my favorite websites that is a free service with just your library card. It's called Canopy. There's some educational aspects to Canopy, but there's also some entertainment that is associated with Canopy. So check that out. I'll see you next Thursday. It's a beautiful day today. I think it's the best day of the week. So enjoy that, and I'll see you next Thursday for Lunch and Learn. Thanks.